Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a mason jar salad, and to start off you're going to need some lettuce and some chicken, which I'm using the chicken fajitas, and you need some cucumbers and carrots, and then I use a hard-boiled egg, some almond toppings, which has cranberries, some mozzarella cheese, and some dressing. I'm using the light raspberry vinaigrette. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just cut up the vegetables. The first vegetable that I'm cutting is the cucumbers, obviously, and I like to use the European cucumbers just because they have the littler seeds, and I'm not really a fan of seeds, so I choose to use the European cucumbers. And then I'm just going to move them onto the plate and finish cutting up the rest of the vegetables. And the next thing I'm going to do is cut up the hard-boiled egg, which you can see it was just boiled. And I'm going to take out the yolk because we just want the egg whites. So I took out the yolk, rinsed them off, waited for it to cool down a little bit, and now I'm just cutting those. And then I'm going to cut my carrots, and I like to use the baby carrots. I really like the petite carrots, and I like to cut them pretty small. The only thing about cutting them is they go flying everywhere, so don't mind me. I'm sure I'm going to make one heck of a mess. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is measure out your dressing, however much you want. I'm using 3 tablespoons. The serving size is actually 3 tablespoons for that dressing, but I decided to add 1 extra tablespoon. And it's really good. It's only 50 calories for 2 tablespoons, so I figured that it was a low-calorie dressing. And then I'm going to take some of the pre-cooked chicken that I have, and I'm just going to cut them up into cubes. And like I said, I use the chicken fajitas, pre-cooked chicken. I get it at Walmart. I believe it's like $2 a bag for half a pound. It's probably not the best chicken that I could get, but it tastes really good. You don't have to cook it, and it already has seasoning and flavor on it. So that's why I choose to use this type of chicken. So I'm just going to cut that up, and then I'm going to add that to the bottom of my mason jar because I don't mind if the chicken soaks in the dressing, because to me it's just going to marinate it a little bit. And what you're going to want to do is add all of your wet ingredients on the bottom, or the things that you don't mind getting wet. So I added the carrots next, and then I'm adding the cucumbers on top of the carrots. And this is to ensure that the lettuce doesn't get soggy from the dressing that's at the bottom. And then I add the egg white on top of that. And then I'm going to measure out 1/4 cup of the part skim mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to add that on top of my vegetables and just push it down a little bit to give it more room. And then I'm going to add the almond toppings, which has the almonds and then the cranberries. And I actually really like this. It tastes really good with the raspberry vinaigrette dressing. And then on top of that, you're just going to take your lettuce mix, whichever you choose. I choose a mixture of different lettuces. I believe this one has spinach, chard, and arugula, or however you pronounce it. I am horrible at pronouncing that word, but it's a mixture, and it's supposed to be like power greens. So yeah, after that you just put the cover on top of the mason jar and screw on the lid, and you have yourself a mason jar salad, which will keep in the fridge for quite a while. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.